You know what we should have done with this episode? It's just we should have rolled right in with like a tribute to Ernest Scared Stupid. Just the whole episode just about Ernest Scared Stupid because you watched that since I told you to, right?
Parts. I haven't watched the whole thing through.
Dude, you are failing class epically. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Antisocial experience number 279.
6. It is such a good movie though, dude. Like timeless classic.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, we don't have to go into that. And his dog, you know what I mean? Like,
what about? All right, it's not technically Halloween, right? But
No.
it is.
Right? Yeah,
it is enough.
Everybody's in the spirit.
For as far as the internet's concerned.
Yeah, they're throwing up new icons and shit.
Yeah,
it's Halloween.
Yeah, if you can count it as such, we'll say that it is. It may be, may not be. Some of your favorite Halloween movies.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah, you got to go with that one. What? All right, let's run down this road.
All right.
How many Charlie Brown movies are there? Is there a Halloween one?
Yeah, it's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
The Easter Beagle.
Yeah. There's a Charlie Brown for everything.
For every season. I think it's only those main holidays. There's not a 4th of July one, is there?
I don't think. It'd be awesome if there was like a Columbus Day Charlie Brown.
I have my laptop here. We're going to represent another channel in the
He goes and
right
steals
corner.
like Linus's land or something.
Actually, it's going to be hard to see, but I'll work on throwing it up behind us. No, that'll look weird having us standing behind us.
Yeah,
we'll
that'll creep me out.
I want to take and state also. I'll wait till there's people here.
Nobody's coming, man.
That's all right if people get here.
They're all in costumes. That's why we can't see them.
Yeah. I was thinking that it always takes a few minutes to propagate anyhow. The one thing, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Charlie Brown. So what's the Great Pumpkin about?
I guess a Great Pumpkin and Charlie Brown.
I'm going to have to rewatch that now.
Yeah, you can do that after Scared Stupid.
There's a lot of other great classics that don't fit in with Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And
like the Leprechaun.
Yeah, not really that. No, but like Island of the Misfit Toys.
Oh yeah.
The old classic claymation. But how great is
Yukon
that?
Cornelius, right?
Yeah,
he's a
how
badass.
great is that? And we don't have a Halloween special like that.
No, we don't. Yukon Cornelius could have been his own character. They should have did spin-offs with him. I feel like
Wallace and Gromit.
No, Yukon Cornelius.
Right. But wasn't that claymation as well?
No, they were Muppets.
Were they?
Yeah.
I gotta look this up.
Or no, I'm thinking of Waldorf and Stoltz.
Yeah,
my bad. I was thinking the two dudes in the balcony. Those guys roll. They just like demolish everything.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit with claymation.
Yeah, you're right.
They probably had a Halloween episode to make up for the lacking Island of the Misfit Toys.
So
non-Halloween.
Kind of Halloweenish. Did you ever see the end of Alf? Dude, talk about a traumatizing experience, okay?
Probably when it first happened.
So they expected this Alf to get continued for another season, and it didn't. And the writers got pissed off, okay? At the very end of Alf, the last episode of the season, the whole series, he gets abducted by like all these federal agents and stuff, and the family gets arrested, and that's all you see.
That's where it ends.
That's where it ends. So listen, all the kids and stuff were freaked out, right? And what happened was this whoever, ABC, NBC, whatever, they had to make a movie called Project Alf to show him getting out and that he was still alive because everybody presumed he was dead and everybody was freaked out.
People were that pissed.
Yeah, dude. It was like the end of dinosaurs when they all, they become extinct.
Dang.
Yeah, it's traumatizing.
Yeah, it's kind of what were the dino movies, man? Going back to childhood, Land Before Time.
Yeah, Littlefoot.
Didn't that end in?
Yeah, I just remember that was like always a Pizza Hut thing. Like it was Pizza Hut and Land Before Time, dude. Like this.
They still do Book It.
Yeah, somebody just told me that, and I was like, oh my god,
how rad is
that? I know. I wonder if I can still get in on that.
I have a coupon I never redeemed. Do you think they're going to honor this
one from the
80s?
Dude, it'd be awesome if you had to like get your picture taken and stuff with it. It'd be hilarious. It's like a California raisin style. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right?
I heard it through the grapevine. Now there's some badass things, man. The raisins. Now we're talking. They're kind of Halloweenish. I mean, they're fucking raisins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were cool.
The Dominoes, dude. The Noid.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And talk about annoying.
Yeah,
That
dude.
game was awful.
Oh, dude, that game was. I beat that game though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was awful.
Dude, it was horrid. All you did was jump around on different pogo sticks, like basically.
And running and jumping, yeah.
Yeah, it was horrid.
I mean,
And the controls were god awful.
It was kind of like they remade Qbert 3 and colored it with different sprites.
Well, it was a different. I forget what game it was because I watched the thing on it, and it was just a different game with different. What do you call it?
Sprites on, yeah, different, yeah.
Yep, it was the same game. It was like the Blues Brothers game. They made a Blues Brothers game, but it's the same as something else, with different.
Well, there's so many of them, and that was hugely popular with Nintendo titles and Super Nintendo, where same game, same mechanics. They just changed the bare minimal stuff to sell it under a different title.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it was like Disney titles.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And
it's
speaking of hard fucking games, dude, the Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, and Super Return of the Jedi for Super Nintendo were the hardest fucking games ever, man. Ever. I used cheat codes and I still couldn't beat Darth Vader.
Damn.
Like, yeah, it was insane. It was an epic fight, but I lost at the end. Like, damn.
Yeah, talk about childhood stuff, man. Did you have a favorite game on that console?
Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Mario Kart for sure, dude. The original Mario Kart.
The original?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a good game,
I
man.
get down.
I don't know. I there was a couple that I played. Probably it is tied up between two.
Oh, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past too, man. That's an epic. That's probably the best Zelda game to me.
Game too.
Yeah, that's the best Zelda to me.
But no, I would say I mean, really top 4 would be Mario Kart, Zelda, Super Metroid, and Lagoon, which Lagoon's probably a little heard of game.
Yeah.
But it's such a great story.
Star Fox was fun as shit too.
Some of that was about near impossible though.
It was hard as shit. Yeah. Yeah, it was hard as shit, but it was cool. And do you remember F-Zero? That was a big one when it came out too. The drag racing, like futuristic cars.
Yeah, and how long did it take to get a sequel to that? Didn't they just finally release one?
Yeah.
Like not long ago?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Games are like I don't know. They're not games anymore, man. They're like real life scenarios almost.
Well,
like
we've talked about this before, and we got to have not Dave, not here, Dave. Dave's not here, but we got to get him on to talk games because that's like,
dude, he's prime time.
Yeah. So we'll eventually get him out here to do that.
We'll make him wear a mask and a something so it's like Halloweenish
when we do that one.
Yeah,
maybe it'll be 279.
Yeah, I'll bet you'll be. I think we should do a number 279. I think that's probably the good one.
But no, what'd you say?
I don't know.
I know we were talking about games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did that for they did seasonal games too. You remember, they did no, it's but Home Alone and stuff like that came out around Christmas and stuff like that. They waited for that shit. And there was Looney Tunes games that were based towards holidays and shit.
Yeah, well, they still kind of do that now because there's
it's a great pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
with movies. I mean, how many times was Jigsaw thought to be dead or dying, and he's back again in yet another Saw movie, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Now granted, they're probably I don't know.
He's on that bicycle
No, that was a puppet.
Well, whoever.
The old dude, Tobin Bell. But yeah, I think they're stitching it in the timeline somewhere.
3. I stopped watching them after 3. Yeah. When that lady fell in the pit of needles, I was done. I can't.
Yeah, that was pretty.
I can't even think about it. I can't watch surgeries or nothing on TV. I hate needles.
That would be a bad fate, dude.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be the worst fucking thing ever.
Ugh. And it's that's kind of like
I can't.
That's kind of like there's two roads to Halloween release movies. You know what I mean? There's the Halloween-y themed movies, and then the actual horror movies.
Right, they're like Hallmark Halloween movies almost. I don't know. They find a pumpkin and they kiss under it or something. I don't know, something like that.
I don't want to watch those ones, man.
I don't either. I don't want to watch anything really, but
I don't know. I always hear that Halloween is everybody's favorite holiday.
It's not mine.
It's not mine.
No, I don't like to dress up. I don't like to be uncomfortable. I think everybody looks kind of stupid.
It is cool for the kids being able.
That's what I was just gonna say.
being able to dress up and go and get candy. And I remember running and doing that too.
Absolutely. No, for the kids, it's cool.
But it's like either you just don't dress up and go along with them, or like I find myself trying to put way too much time into thinking about, oh, what could I dress up as?
Mm-hmm.
So probably just going to be nothing this year. And then I start, because I tend to make everything that I do. Like when I don't have something, I'll make it. As far as like, I like started thinking like, instead of buying a costume, why don't I just make one? And then I started watching people making stuff, and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of man hours.
Do you remember the Addams
Or
Family movie?
hours. What? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Which
then
one?
the original, like from back in the 90s.
Okay.
So, do you remember when they're like getting ready for Halloween and they're like, Wednesday, what are you going as? She's like, I'm going as a homicidal maniac. She's just dressed like she normally is.
Of course she is.
I don't know why she just popped in my head, but yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of hours that go into making an actual costume, man. Like if you're gonna do it and do it right.
Yeah, if you're gonna make it, you gotta make it right. Like
Yeah.
that time my brother, we dressed him up as Osimo from South Park when Cartman dresses up as a robot, and he literally has like a phone cord attached. Like it's the worst robot ever. So we took all these boxes and made him like, dude, it was so awesome. And David walked around like, then we had a phone cord attached from his body to his helmet. It was fucking hilarious.
No pictures of this?
There's somewhere there is, yeah. Yeah, it was funny
You
shit,
have to
dude.
dig it up, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? I think we might have mentioned this. Do you have a favorite Halloween costume that you've done?
That I've done. What was it? Oh, I played a show dressed as Fred Flintstone one time. That was okay. Yabba dabba doo.
Played a show? Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
In
I
a
played
band on stage dressed as Fred. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That seems like that would be a cold costume, man.
It was. It was. But yabba dabba, motherfucker. I had shoes on at least.
You didn't do it barefoot?
No, dude. I was in RJs. There's no way I was walking barefoot.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no ringworm or nothing like that, right?
I'm good on all that.
I get that. What about as a kid? Do you remember one as a kid that you had?
Bret the Hitman Hart. I was Bret the Hitman Hart after he became the champion. I remember, I think in 3rd or 4th grade, my mom hooked me up with a wig. She got me the glasses. I mean, I was the Hitman.
There's a couple that I had that I don't. They were the stupid cheap costumes. Like it was like the vinyl front with like the wannabe nylon cloth back, and it tied shut, and then like the literal like
the super thin
plastic mask. And the one came with a sword the one time, and then I had another one I think that had a sword when I was years younger.
I think I was Captain America's that one, like that style one time too.
Yeah,
but I was definitely Batman one year too.
And it's not so much the costume that I remember. Like I remember the years. The one was like I think 2nd grade, and then the one was maybe kindergarten or before. But I just remember the costume. You know what I mean? Not so much the costume. The one was blue, and the one was yellow. And I think they were kind of like, it might have been a Voltron costume.
Oh, cool.
Like one of the robots, not Transformers.
No, you were one of the mini lion bots that forms into the big lion bot. I know what you're talking, dude.
Voltron, dude, right?
Yeah, there can only be one.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but it's just the not so much the costume, but the Halloween that was awesome because where I was, and I picked one from each, because of doing the split household, like mom and dad's house, and they were close to the same time. I think maybe a year apart, but I'm pretty sure one was Voltron and one might have been. What Transformer has a sword other than Optimus? And we're talking Transformers back then, not nowadays Transformers.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah. It was probably just something that had a sword then if it wasn't a Transformer.
They were throwing swords with everything back then too. Like you could go to Bland's Park and get a sword.
Right.
For just, for no reason at all.
It's guns now, man.
I know. Guns and ammo. We're teaching them young.
Do you remember the point? And this is kind of not Halloween related, but do you remember that point where they're like, all right, we got to do some shit about this. There's too many kids getting shot, when they started orange tipping the ends of toy guns?
Yeah, if you remember, do you remember the movie Airheads? At the beginning, Rex works at the toy store. Remember that he gets all those guns that they use to take up the place because they look too real.
Right.
And they had to discontinue all of them.
Yeah.
And that's right when that was going on, yeah.
Yeah. looking back, dude, guns looked real.
Oh,
Like
dude,
toy
guns
guns.
looked, dude, guns looked super real.
Too real.
Yeah, like guns we had growing up. Like I had an M16, dude, that looked just like an M16, and I'm talking the flip, like safety and everything. Like,
Click, click.
but yeah, except when you clicked it, it went, you know, nothing came out.
Right.
Yeah,
But no, that I remember them looking too real. And now they're all big and colorful and just obnoxious,
you can't find like an army colored like toy rifle or anything anymore.
not without an obnoxious orange,
Yeah,
extension on the end.
extension. Yeah, I know.
And for good reason.
Well, yeah, for sure. I don't want nobody dying.
Yeah, no. Safety's got to go into it at all costs, for sure. No, Halloween, man. I don't so much remember I mean, I know a couple of things that I've played, but I don't really remember I kind of remember the times and the places, the people, like the whatever I was doing more so than the costumes. But some people make it all about the costumes, like that's their thing, like their big thing for the year is.
Yeah, like look at Roseanne, man. The show Roseanne, like they didn't do a big Christmas episode, nothing. They did a big Halloween episode. And
Oh
like,
yeah,
yeah, like every year it was like the biggest thing, like it was the biggest episode of the year. Like, and they were funny as shit, dude. Every Halloween episode of Roseanne's is fucking hilarious. And because they do it up and they're funny as shit anyway. But I just remember, like, now that you're saying this, like, I don't really remember any Halloweens, dude. Like, I don't, like, I can't really
like looking back at them.
yeah, like
What
looking
about
back, like I can't
when you was a
recall.
kid?
I can't really recall trick or treating. I can't really recall. Like, I guess it's spotty. I remember there was like a haunted house at the Methodist church one time that I helped run when I was like, I don't know, 8 or 9. But like
Where at? Which church?
the Methodist church when you're going around to Cheddar Hill.
Oh, the curve.
Yeah,
They had a haunted house in it or at
in
it?
in the basement, dude. They let us do some cool shit down there back in the
Oh,
day.
nice.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
Dude, it was a legit haunted house too. But yeah, I kind of remember that, and like that's. Like, I don't really remember trick-or-treating on my dad's was a bitch because everybody was so far apart. But I do know we trick-or-treated up at where my grandma is in Cheddar Hill, and that was like I know that was nice because all the houses are pretty close together and like, you know what I mean? And I do remember one house. I do remember this. There was a house that I always was just like, man, this guy's got balls because it was just like just said take one piece of candy, and I'm thinking, dude, somebody's just gonna, somebody's taking all these eventually. I didn't, but like,
Right.
you never know.
Do you think what is that? They say it in the movie Clerks. Honesty through paranoia.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
because you don't see anybody, you think somebody's watching.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because in that movie they had money on the counter and
Yeah,
said,
just take the correct change
take
for the newspaper.
please be honest.
Mhm.
Take correct change.
Well, dude, it's still kind of like how you get the progress in the machines.
Oh yeah,
Like
you could easily take the whole
you
stack.
can gank 60 of them.
Yeah, you could definitely take.
Yes, and Megan, I do remember the dances at the Halloween at the Borough Building because that's where I lost my Batman costume. I came into second place to this motherfucker. He had half Batman, but he turned his head around and he was the Joker. He didn't actually spin his head around because I'd kill him.
But the mask.
But the mask, and like it won in a minute. It pissed me off because I look good too. I remember that. And that Borough Building used to be packed. There used to be a lot of people there. Man, times have changed. This place, bleh.
And you're talking the one on the corner?
Yeah, right by you guys.
Right there.
Yeah, dude,
It's crazy.
I remember it being packed in there. Like,
I never knew that was going on.
Yeah.
When would that have been? That would have been the
late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's that far back.
Yeah, I was born in 83, so you figure I was 7 by the time the 90s hit.
You got to figure like
fucking hate it. It's so long ago.
How much more obscure would the memories be if we lived in, say, like a bigger place, like a giant, like San Francisco, or you know what I mean, instead of a small town? Do you think we would remember more or remember less?
I don't know.
With that, when you increase the amount of people.
Well, like in Pittsburgh, like when I lived there, I don't really remember a whole lot from there. You know what I mean? I didn't really have friends. Like the friends I did have, they were from here.
Right.
So like I remember the times with those guys, like
right.
Mustard shit.
But
like,
actually going out and meeting new people, doing that, not much. Yeah.
No, even the friends I had down there, I still keep in touch with like 2 of them. But that's it, like.
She was born in 89, so it'd be the 90s.
Well, they definitely had them in the 80s before we started it, It was our flagship. You just jumped on.
I know they had some pretty cool
But wasn't
events.
that little office building beside it? Wasn't it something too? Didn't you pay? You could pay your rent or something there? Like
And water bills.
well, yeah, there was something you could pay there because I
man.
remember my mom stopping there back in the day.
I don't know. I was from Northie back then, you know.
Yeah, we didn't want your kind.
Right.
We were like Southie. We were like the Civil War of Phillipsburg, Southie versus Northie.
And for no reason.
No, not at all. Other than just having a Civil War.
Just that my dirt was different than your dirt.
You're right. My crayon's purple, your crayon's yellow. Taxes, that's it. See, she knows.
Way to go, Big Boss, giving us the info that we need.
Bigger cities would be more antisocial. Bigger cities suck. When you spend 3 hours digging out your car after a tremendous snowstorm, sewage, and then fucking you just get it out finally, and somebody takes your spot 5 seconds later, there's not a worse feeling than that. Not the worst feeling.
Hours digging it out.
Hours.
You warm it up for like, 10 minutes.
Hours.
Pull out. You're not even out of spot and somebody's pulling in. Yeah.
Dude, we had a snowstorm in Pittsburgh one time. It shut down the entire fucking city. And I was trapped in the PNC building downtown, right? And they're like, well, you can stay here and work and just stay over. And I was like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. So what I did is my buddy's like, dude, if you can get us out of here, I have weed. I said, let's go. We fucking walked up Mount Washington in that snowstorm, dude.
Speaking of snow and Halloween time of year, do you remember the Halloween that we had where everybody, like, it did not kill the town spirit for Halloween? Everybody was still out stomping around in like a foot of snow.
Oh, yeah.
It was putting down like snow and ice.
Mm-hmm. And that didn't deter a goddamn person.
And that was like 95, 96, maybe.
That sounds about right. But yeah, there was a bunch of fucking snow that year.
Yeah, on Halloween, it was like still putting it down. It was crazy cold.
Yeah, and everybody was still throwing the fuck down.
Going to get that candy, man.
Candy bars. Pearl says 93. So it was the year of the blizzard.
That was the year of the blizzard.
Yeah, dude, that was a good time. We were off school for like a week and a half. They were literally freaking driving snow out of the town. There was so much snow. There was nowhere to put it. There was so much snow. That was incredible. Oh my God. My uncle, plow trucks came, right, and plowed up the snow. And I remember so high, dude. These piles of snow were so fucking high. So we take shovels and dig down through them and make these ice slides, right? My fucking uncle gets stuck in one. We didn't even notice he was gone for like 2.5 hours. He's stuck in this fucking hole, dude. And finally he gets out and we're like, where were you? And he's like, I was stuck in that hole. I was screaming for hours. We're like, well, that was bad. Nobody heard you.
And that's why you make sure you fit first.
Yeah. And dude, I was the fat kid, and I went right through it. So I don't know what he was doing. But oh my God, dude, that was so much snow. Like, what a time. I remember my dad going up in the middle of the night and shoveling the roof also didn't cave in.
Yeah, I've done that a number of years at Dad's house. That was crazy, man. Like, you got to go clean that off. He's
got strips he just plugs in now, like just fucking heat strips.
Oh, yeah, high-tech future shit, right?
Yeah. Fucking Bluetooth melts it from the sky,
5G.
Like a fucking ray gun.
But no, man, it's a good time. Definitely a good time of year, I think. It's more enjoyable with kids than without, I'll say that much.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. It means nothing to me. Like most things.
I will say, having worked many Halloweens and having a job where part of that job is driving, Halloween is super frustrating.
Oh, sure. I did walk uptown yesterday and see the kids' costumes for the fucking parade, though.
Oh, no, which parade?
The Halloween parade yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the one in town?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't go to that. We went to their school parade thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I walked up because they were all lined up right outside my house. I'm just like, yeah, go check it out,
Yeah, I totally forgot there was a parade.
Yeah, it was a good turnout, man. They did pretty well.
It generally is.
Yeah.
But, I kind of spaced it all together. That was even a thing.
Yeah, I didn't really realize it was a thing till like a couple years ago, and it's like it's a thing, Like I saw them lining up one day. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on here? And like, I was like, oh, it's a parade, and I was like, what's going on? And like Halloween, I'm like,
2 and 2, right?
Yeah, dude. The one year, I'm sitting there, and a fucking band starts rehearsing right below our window for this parade, right? Like right below it. I mean, I'm talking it's like 9:30 in the morning. I'm like, Me and Stu take these speakers, dude. We literally angle them down right at them. You know what I mean? I mean, these are thumping speakers.
Oh, out the window?
Yeah. And dude,
you're talking the marching band was practicing.
Yeah, dude, we blasted Dropkick Murphy so loud they had to pack up and dip. Like, I was like, you're out of here. Like,
it's not happening.
No, dude, I was so pissed.
humbugging on Halloween, man.
Dude, 9:30 in the morning, they're fucking playing whatever, you know? I don't think so. The high school team didn't just score a touchdown. Sit down and shut up.
Marching tunes.
Yeah, like
that
I'm
would
not
be rough,
having it.
dude.
Unless the only way we're getting away with it if Kyle Kovac's on drums. And I don't think Kyle Kovac's been on drums for like 20 some years. So
yeah, that's true too.
yeah. Kyle's a good drummer, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. We do have a number of good drummers in the area. A little off topic, but
yeah.
there's a few good ones that we got.
He's
here,
just
man.
one I remember. And I remember Stu played the tuba because everybody just called him tuba.
I never got into that, man. I couldn't.
Me either, man.
No interest in those instruments.
I did jazz band, but like I got to bring my bass in and basically teach the teacher. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was the first year Mr. Henry was gone. So like we got to bring in our guitars and the teacher didn't know shit. So we just went in there and jammed all the time. Like that's where I listen to a lot of punk rock and stuff for the first time.
And was practicing basically?
Yeah.
At school?
Yeah.
Dude, no. How much cooler could that be?
Dude,
you
couldn't, dude. I love that class. Like those were the days I didn't skip, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, as Pearl said, that they had I guess technically it's elementary, even though kindergarten's there.
Mm-hmm.
Kindergarten and elementary school had a parade, like all the kids from the classes, marched by and did like a loop around part of Northie there. It's pretty cool. Like just on, actually, it was Windy Hill, not Northie, but that's kind of in Windy Hill.
Oh, that's where the school is now, isn't it?
Yeah, up
that's
there.
So weird.
Dude, let me say, I know some of these kids didn't do their costume on their own, especially ones that made the costumes rather than bought it. And there was some cool costumes out there. And parents, man, kudos for support. You could tell which parents loved Halloween.
Right, or some
based on the kid's
competition
costume
too, man. That's
trying to be the coolest. That's not about that. It's all about the costume. You just make it look good, man.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be the best.
No,
but there were some really cool ideas that I've seen them before.
Was that Batman there with he's flipped around his face as a joke? Because I'll beat that son of a bitch. I've had a vendetta against that kid forever, and I don't know who it is.
Don't even know who it was.
Nope, I'll find him someday.
You're waiting on the costume to
I'm
be
waiting
resurrected.
for someday to be like, yeah, I won this costume. I'm standing somewhere, and he's like, I won this costume contest back in the day at the Southie Borough building. I was dressed as I'm just going to clock him, dude.
Oh, well, we got people here, and there's not many. I'll just state it for the episode. In the, how do I want to say, in the description for this live stream, it'll be in the description of the video after it is done being streamed. And also there will be a link in the audio episode. The thumbnail for the episode, not our background, but the actual thumbnail for the episode, there is a link, a Google Photos link. Solve the puzzle in the thumbnail, and you get a couple shirts and like a few sticker packs.
Yeah.
From Quick Eddies and ASE, Antisocial Experience.
And Wednesday Addams is popular because there's that Wednesday show now. It's not because they're all going as a homicidal maniac like back in the day.
So there's a puzzle to solve, people. Get it solved, and you get some free merch.
Some free swag. We better shut her down.
Yeah, we're getting there. If you're new here, new audio episodes published every Sunday at 5 p.m. Unless I happen to forget, man, I publish it on Monday.
If you're old here, you just heard Nick say that every fucking week, And it's episode 279 again.
6. We're getting there. 279.
Whatever, dude. You wait, dude. The big celebration's coming on 7-9. I don't know why, but like that's the number. And then after 279, there's still going to be 279. Be like 300.
How do they contact us, man? Leave a comment.
Leave a comment or
send it into the email antisocialexp@gmail.com. Tell us what your answer is for the puzzle that's in the thumbnail if you want the stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just for audio listeners, video watchers, live streamers, whatever. Solve it. Get some free shit. We're out of here. We'll see you next week, I think.
It's a great pumpkin, Charlie Brown.